Yeah, when I saw this news, again, big shout out to everybody who's posting that on Friends of First Guy Omaha on Facebook, the group page, because yeah, that's where we have the conversation. The conversations continue after after and before and in between the shows, and this is a conversation that definitely should continue on the show. Again, Kellogg's has been one of the, and this is just Buddy the God speaking, just really quickly before I dive into the actual story. There's a few companies that just stick out when you think of companies that actually build communities. There's actually companies that build schools and houses and things just for their employees, and these turn into towns and cities and whole communities. You think about the impact that Ford had on Detroit. You think about these types of jobs. Kellogg's is up there.
Hmm.
Especially in the black community. A lot of our grandparents and elders either worked in the packing plant or for the rail company. Like these are the type of companies that build families, that build wealth, that drive communities. And right now, when I think about the Omaha area, I think about Kellogg's and Union Pacific.
Yep.
Those are two huge, and now we have lost or in the process of losing. Like Guillermo tell it, there might be some opportunity to save these jobs, but again, the loss of Kellogg's is not a small thing, especially in our community. And when you talk about, and I will add on what's going on with the ARPA funds and the search for jobs and how that's looking. But right now, Kellogg's announced again. This is coming from WOWT. I know, Sherman, don't come from me. I'm just here. I'm just the messenger, man. But again, this coming from WOWT. Kellogg's announced to its employees Tuesday that it will be closing its Omaha plant after more than 60 years. In a news release to 6 News, the cereal maker confirmed that it plans to begin a phased reduction in production beginning in late 2025 and fully close the plant in 2026. Now, again, the plant is currently located at 96th and F Streets. And actually, soon after the announcement, around 7:15 a.m., news cameras caught a stream of cars with employees leaving the plant. A former union president, Dan Osborne, who apparently negotiated the contract in 2021, said this will end 500 union jobs and at least 100 management jobs. He goes on to say people are extremely upset. Of course, you would be if a lot of these people have dedicated their entire lives working here, and people are proud of the name and what they've done here. So it's unfortunate that it has to end this way. Osborne said the plant runs about 27 products and it will go down to one product in 2025. Despite the union being frustrated with the plant's decision, they aren't giving up without a fight. So again, as Guillermo Pena is saying in the chat, we cannot let these jobs go away. We must protect and save these jobs. Kenneth Merritt, who's the new union president, went on to say, if we could keep all the jobs, is what we want to do. We need to show the company why closing the plant will be a bad move. The union also represents Bimbo Bakeries as well, who I believe also closed, if I'm not mistaken. I had a cousin working for them. Uh, but I continue. Its Bellevue plant announced it shut down, in May and stopped operations with hundreds of jobs lost. Greater Bellevue Area Chamber of Commerce community leaders are taking action. Those looking for information on the Greater Bellevue Area Jobs of Commerce job fair can call 402-898-3000. Again, that's 402-898-3000. Also, Mayor Gene Stothert and speaking up on the situation, she says Kellogg's notified me of their plan to close the Omaha plant at 7:42 a.m. today. Just kind of sprang it on them with an email to the mayor's hotline and a copy of the company's news release. Kellogg's had not communicated anything previously about the potential to leave Omaha, so this announcement came as quite a shock. I'm certainly disappointed that Kellogg's would make such a significant announcement this way. So again, a lot of people shocked, a lot of people blindsided, and a lot of people just kind of hanging in the wind, man. Again, a lot of jobs. Again, this is a good paying job. This is not just any job. This is one of them good jobs
Mm.
that you get, and now a lot of people are losing that income.
Yeah, man. I have family members that have been working for Kellogg for a while. I got everybody in the community. Got somebody. If you're not directly associated, you know somebody that works for Kellogg. It's been huge in the community for real.
Yeah, man.
So this ain't good. People in the chat, Kimber Snipes says, she says, my friend Dad just retired from Kellogg's. Thank God, and,
Man.
and got out before it went down. And it's got me thinking about ConAgra, the ConAgra facility that shut down too. That was
Hello.
kind of huge news when that happened as well. Mama God also saying what you were saying about Bimbo closing a few months ago. A lot of these manufacturing jobs, man. I got a friend that works out in Iowa that just got blindsided by a consolidation and moving the job overseas as well. Like lots
Mm,
of consolidations and stuff going on around here in a big way. Anthony Rogers Wright in the chat is saying the
man.
question is why are they moving to states like Michigan and Pennsylvania, two battleground states, by the way, instead of staying in Omaha?
Hmm.
Me wondering why certain Silicon Valley companies are moving to Texas. I mean, these are all
Man.
kinds of there's a lot of
Oh,
questions here.
I'm actually seeing in the chat that some people are saying that the plan is moving to Mexico, which is
Wow.
brings up a whole other like set of thoughts, a whole other rabbit hole that I won't get into deeply, but I will say it is interesting. There has been a lot of major corporations moving their plants to, Mexico, Indonesia, to other areas. But yet people try to act like people coming here to take the jobs. Like the, the jobs are leaving.
I
It
was
just
been leaving since the '80s, bro. That's
man, since the 80s. So yeah, it's a thought. It's a
Wanda
thought.
Lewis has a really great thought. Sometimes these companies revamp and come back under a different name and brand. They do away with unions, pensions, and other benefits. Those benefits has become a thing of the past. Can you
Man,
imagine a company that's going to shut down and then start back up so they don't have to pay pensions and stuff like that? I don't put it past them, man. I don't put it past them. They weigh that on paper. It might be on paper a better financial situation for them to do that, so they just might do it. How messed up
man,
is
but
that?
exactly. How messed up is that? Because where does that leave the people? Guillaume Opinion kind of giving us a glimpse into the reality of these types of situations. He says it goes back to the Farm Bill and NAFTA. My family lost the Dickey's cat factory down in Texas, and we had to move. We lost our lots and everything.
Wow,
So
wow.
again, people's livelihood being uprooted. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that's weighing in on this. Anybody in the chat work for Kellogg
Oh,
or was working for Kellogg? Go ahead.
I'm reading reading, Mama God's comment. She says, the cousin that lost the job at Bimbo a couple months ago literally just got hired at Kellogg's this Monday, and
Ooh,
now he's out of the job again.
ooh, man.
It's rough out here, man.